Tech Tales 87. Today is July 24th, 7:13 a.m. Today, 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. I'm planning to have a live stream session with Bertlin Hope, starting his IT business on the side in Jamaica, and tomorrow, Sunday, at 10 a.m. with Jason Laster in Tazewell, Tennessee, who's also starting an IT business. So myself and the chat room are helping these two to find their way, maneuver their way through doing that. It's been a lot of fun, and so inviting you to join us for that. So let's start with time slips. Time slips, Tech Tales is where I share the actual time slips that I have recorded to charge my clients for the work that I'm performing for them here in Fresno, California. So we're starting with Saturday, July 10th, 37 minutes for the law office whiskey. I use mnemonic letters to refer to my client names and don't use their real names on YouTube. So 7:20 to 7:57 p.m. This time slip is titled for server, on-site service. Examine server due to loss of remote connection after upgrade to Windows 10. Restart solved the remote connection issue. So when I got there, it was up and running, but my remote connection for Log Me and Rescue down in the notification area was not there, not active. So I just restarted it, and that brought it back. Now, in order for me to figure that out, I first had to connect a monitor to that computer because it doesn't normally have a monitor or keyboard or mouse attached to it. So I've done a lot of upgrades remotely from Windows 7 to Windows 10. Not so much recently, of course, because all those are back in history. And if you're new to Tech Tales, you might want to go back and listen to the previous few days. One of those back there, I explained why this computer, it's a peer-to-peer server, had been still on Windows 7 and not yet upgraded. Then, let's see, did I finish all that? No, there's more. Yeah, so once I was there, this was on a Saturday evening that I went there. I started the upgrade to Windows 10. I think I reported in a previous time slip, probably that Saturday morning, and it never came back online. Usually it comes back online after maybe an hour, maybe two. So I was concerned, do I have a deeper problem here? I was delighted to see all I had to do was restart it. But while I was there, I noticed on the side of the computer, you know where the vent openings are? Holy moly, it was just all caked up with dust and debris. So I guess that office gets a lot of dust in it. So anyway, clean that up. There's that computer, and the one next to it is a workstation for the reception desk. So I wiped those down from the outside and then shut them down, disconnected them. So I show here that I disconnected and opened reception computer and server, cleaned out excessive dust. So I actually took them outside into the parking lot and used compressed air is all I had with me. I didn't have my vacuum cleaner with me. I do use a vacuum cleaner to pick up the big dust bunnies, and I'll put the hose on the exhaust side of the vacuum cleaner to blow it out. That gets all the gentle loose stuff, and then use a spray an aerosol air can to get the deeper stuff, because this did have dust stuck into the fins of the CPU cooler. They're low-end computers, so they never actually exhibited any heating symptoms. Remove the defective UPS and external backup drive. So they have both a defective UPS and a defective external drive there. We're doing online backups or cloud backups with Magnus Box. That's that little sticker right there. And this drive turned out to be non-functional a little while back, and with the planned transition to OneDrive, I've pretty much concluded I'm not going to do the external backup for them. Am I sure about that? Well, see, the thing for doing it, the reason for doing external backup, in addition to cloud forms of backup, is the amount of time that it would take to restore. The thing here is they really don't have a large data set. And all we're backing up, most of what they do is Word documents. A lot of their law office processing is now done through cloud systems. So having an external local backup is just not so important anymore, because I can download their data very quickly from the cloud. And even if their server goes down or gets stolen, we're pretty much shifting to operate this office from the cloud. So I think external backups are going to be a thing of the past for this office. Let's move on. I got to switch to the next week. I'm looking at Sunday, July 11th, 30 minutes for the Law Office Whiskey, the same one I just talked about, 4:30 to 5 p.m. for the server, restored and tested connections from workstations to server. Sent email to staff that the server is online. The staff in this office and the owner of the business, they'll connect to their office computers any time of day or any day of the week. So I had told them that don't do any work over this period of time until I let you know the server's back online. And then for the receptionist, moved emails to long-term storage due to full mailbox on server. If you've been following Tech Tales, you've heard that has been an ongoing thing here. We're going to fix that by moving them completely over to Microsoft 365, as I recently reported. Then here I have Monday the 12th for 1 minute. And this is for the apartment building Mike Tango, resident computers lab work. So that's the lab work that I've been doing with these. So I put that at 1 minute because when I generate the invoice, that's one of the things I do is I look down the total column or the charge column. Anytime I see $1.83, something like that, I think that's what 1 minute charges out to. I go look at that closer. So my intention is to determine at the invoice time how much I'm going to charge them for these, because I'm putting more time into them than I can justify in my... I could justify it business-wise as a business decision to charge them more than I'm going to wind up charging them for, but just me, who I am, no, I'm not going to be charging them for the full amount of time, and certainly not the time that I've spent in live streams talking about these computers. And I also have a note in all caps here to prorate the charges with the other apartment building, because remember there's 5 computers, 3 of them for one apartment building, 2 of them for the other apartment building, and I'm treating one of these computers as the prototype, then I'm going to clone to the others. Well, does the other apartment building only get charged for the amount of time it takes to restore those clones? That's not right. So I'll wind up figuring out what the total charge ought to be for these and then prorate it out to each computer. That's kind of calculation work for invoices I just don't like doing, because I'm not actually fixing a problem on a computer or working on a computer. I'm doing business stuff. So that was prorate with the other apartment building, charge for game installs over prior days. Install Google Chrome, Time Freeze, Adobe Acrobat Reader, DC, VLC, perform remainder standard computer checklist. So I did that work, and now as of work that I've done the last day or two, that is down the drain. I'm going to have to redo that because the image and restore operation just did not work well because of the issue that I did in live stream yesterday about the Microsoft 365 for business accounts, and that I installed the games, and then when I restored the image to another computer, the games wouldn't work until I went and reinstalled them. What's the point of doing an image backup and restore if I still have to go reinstall each of the games? So I'm still trying to find a way that will work. And that's the part about this that I think is unreasonable to charge for, is me trying to find a way that will work for restoring the image to the other computers. So this is going to wind up being a learning experience that is not really going to get paid to the level that my boss would want me to if I had a boss other than myself. The joys of being self-employed. Oh, you know what? That makes a 10-minute video. Let's go ahead and just stop right here. So I hope we might see you in a live stream soon, and speak up in the chat if you haven't done that yet. It's a friendly group and a group of really smart people. So the chat room has been really invaluable for finding solutions to things for myself and working with my clients, like with these the Microsoft 365 for Business. That got solved with the chat room's help. Anyway, Bertlin this afternoon and Jason tomorrow. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.